Hello and welcome back to another episode of Handy Dandy Repairs. Today we are looking at a PS5 Slim for a customer. Pro for a customer. I actually wasn't going to make any videos today, but he's rocked up for a HDMI port replacement, and I thought just because it's a Pro and I haven't done a Pro on the channel before, I thought we'd take a look and go over anything that's a bit different with them. I'm just going to leave that off. Yeah, so let's get into it. Hopefully it's not too boring, but it is just a HDMI port, so yeah, let's get into it. So first things first, I'm just going to plug it in and test that it works. Just have a quick look at the port. Doesn't look like anything's bridged, so I'm just going to plug it in, make sure we get a white light and everything like that before we go any further. Just to sort of cover our butts. There we go. Move it back a little bit. I don't know if you can see the light down there. I'll just pop this off so you can. This drive should pop out like so. Pretty similar to the Slim Edition by the look of it. Ignore the mess on the bench. Like I said, I wasn't planning on filming a video today, so I apologise for the mess and the tragedy that it is. I like this. Oh, they've moved the warranty sticker too. Where is it? Oh, it's over here now. Okay. So that's different compared to the Slim. On the Slim, it's in the middle here somewhere. Also got a cover there, I assume is for the CMOS battery. It's again different to the Slim. I like seeing things that are different. That's the whole reason we're making this video, I guess. I'll fast forward a little bit and just cover anything that's a bit different to what we're used to seeing. Another thing that's slightly different is this grill here has to come off because there will be a screw under that. I assume if it's anything like the Slim, there's one right in this corner here. Just get under there with the pry tool. There we go. There's two there actually. There you go. Okay. Interesting. CMOS board is completely separate. What I might do is I might unplug that here so that it can stay attached to this top shell. And now, like any other PS5, we've got 101 screws to undo. Have to remove that because there's some screws underneath it. Now, this seems a bit odd. There's screws underneath this. Does this come off? Doesn't look like it. Do I just have to bend them out of the way? I don't particularly want to do that. Let me just quickly check. Okay, so apparently it is bonded here with thermal paste. So yeah, we do have to actually remove that, and it should just pry up. Supposedly. There we go. Yeah, interesting. Okay, I'm starting to think the whole thing needs to come out as one piece, so I'm going to flip it over real quick and check for some screws on this side. From the power supply, we don't want to take the power supply with us. Definitely a couple of screws coming through the other side. But nothing that should be holding that plate on. So there's one there, one here, and one there. One there. Should be under there. And there. So they're just the clamp ones. And then there's one under here, over here. So there shouldn't be anything holding this plate on. Other than thermal pads, I guess. I'm just going to have to pry that up slowly. Ooh, there we go. Purely held on with thermal pads. Wow. Very tightly held on with thermal pads, my god. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure that didn't have to come out of the housing, so I probably should put it back in the housing. So I'm just going to bring that back in. Have a quick look in there. Much bigger power supply than the other models. We'll give that a bit of a dust out and we'll reassemble what we can. Purely was just those thermal pads holding that on. Now I have a feeling that there's some on the bottom side as well, so we might have a bit of trouble getting this board out, but we'll see how we go. So any screws, there's one here, which is similar to the Slim. The Slim also has another one up top. This one doesn't seem to. Doesn't have one up here, so just the clamp. Very skinny clamp. Crazy. Just for reference, this one here is off a Slim and off an original console. I haven't got one lying around, but they're even wider again. So interesting. Let's see if we can get this board out. Just crazy the amount of force it holds these in just by some thermal pads. Oh, God. Oh, wonderful. We got there. Yeah, liquid metal looks wonderful. It's surprising, actually. It's, yeah. I guess Sony have learnt a thing or two from previous revisions. Weird. Oh, okay. So this is a Pro board. So here's our HDMI port. Let's see. Class a bit broken. It's a bit broken on the end there. We'll have a look at that under the scope. See, it's broken on the end there, and the clasps open a bit. So there we have it. Basically the size of an original console with the components and design of a Slim. So there we have it. All back together. Nothing too different around it. Unusual. It's basically a Slim design, but the size of an original. So nothing too fancy or unusual. So hopefully this isn't too boring of an episode, but I'll probably still post it because, you know, a lot of people have never seen a Slim, or at least never worked Pro, or at least never worked on one. So it might be interesting to see the different design elements and how you go about getting it apart and whatnot. Now we test. I probably should have done before putting it all back together, but I hate myself. So I'm going to do it now. There we go. We sync up a control. And then I can disable HDCP so you can see it. There you go. It's working. Beautiful. So I'll re-enable that for the customer. And that's it. That's a fix. Turn it off. And that's it. I'll let the customer know that it's ready to go. They'll come pick it up and happy days. So let me know what you think about the pros. Whether adding the extra CMOS, the accessibility to the CMOS battery was a good thing or a bad thing. Does it make a difference? I mean, I personally have never had to change a CMOS battery on a PS5, so I think they last a while. So I don't really see why that was the thing. Maybe they're trying to pretend like they're making them more repairable. But anyway, who knows? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, bell notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you have an idea for a future video or you have something that you might want me to fix on camera or even off camera, feel free to get in touch with me at the details in the description.